Tev, you ever wondered how soap magically washes away dirt? Or why cutting onions makes you cry? Believe it or not, the answers are all around us, hidden in the fascinating world of chemistry. Let's dive into some amazing chemical reactions that happen in our everyday lives. First up, let's talk about soap. Imagine a tiny speck of dirt or grease on your hand. Water alone can't always wash it away because oil and water don't mix. This is where soap comes to the rescue. Soap molecules are special. They have two different ends. One end loves water, and the other end loves oil. When you wash your hands, the oil-loving end of the soap molecule grabs onto the dirt and grease. The water-loving end then sticks to the water flowing from your tap. As you rinse, the water pulls the soap molecules away, taking the trapped dirt along with them. It's like a tiny army of cleaners, escorting the grime right off your skin and down the drain. So next time you lather up, you can thank those clever little soap molecules for doing such a great job. Now, who loves a fluffy, delicious cake? The secret to a light and airy cake often lies in a little bit of chemistry, specifically baking powder. Baking powder is a mix of a few ingredients, including an acid and a base. When you mix baking powder into your wet cake batter, the acid and base start to react with each other. This reaction creates tiny bubbles of carbon dioxide gas, the same gas we breathe out. As the cake bakes in the hot oven, these gas bubbles get trapped and expand, causing the cake to rise and become wonderfully soft and spongy. It's like thousands of tiny balloons inflating inside your dessert. Without this chemical reaction, our cakes would be flat, dense, and not nearly as fun to eat. Alright, let's move from the sweet to the savory and talk about onions. We've all been there happily chopping an onion for dinner, when suddenly, your eyes start to sting and tears begin to flow. Why does this happen? When you cut an onion, you break open its cells. This releases enzymes that mix with other compounds inside the onion, called This mixture creates a new unstable chemical called synpropanethyl S oxide. This chemical is a gas that floats up into the air and right into your eyes. When it reaches your eyes, it reacts with the water there to form a mild sulfuric acid. Your brain senses this irritation and sends a signal to your tear ducts to produce tears to wash the irritant away. So, your tears are actually your body's natural defense mechanism. A cool trick to reduce the tears is to chill the onion in the fridge before cutting it. This slows down the chemical reaction. Have you ever noticed how salt is used to melt ice on roads in the winter? You can see this same principle at home. Take 2 ice cubes, leave one on a plate, and sprinkle some salt on the other. Chew. You'll see that the salted ice cube melts much faster. Here's the chemistry behind it. Water normally freezes at 32 degrees Fahrenheit or 0 degrees Celsius. But when you add salt, it interferes with the water molecule's ability to form solid ice crystals. This is called freezing point depression. The salt lowers the freezing point of the water, so the ice needs to be much colder to stay frozen. At a temperature where pure ice can exist, the salty ice will melt because its freezing point is now lower. This is why a little sprinkle of salt can turn a solid ice cube into a puddle of water so quickly. Next, let's pop open a can of soda. What's the first thing you hear? That satisfying fizz, and what do you see? A rush of bubbles to the surface. Phoo. Those bubbles are carbon dioxide gas, the same gas we saw in our baking cake. When soda is made, a large amount of carbon dioxide is dissolved into the liquid under high pressure. Keeping the bottle or concealed traps the gas inside. When you open it, the pressure is suddenly released. This allows the dissolved gas to escape, and it does so by forming bubbles that rush to the top. Shaking a can before opening it introduces more tiny nucleation sites, or starting points for bubbles, which is why it fizzes over so explosively. So, that refreshing fizz is simply a rapid release of trapped gas. And there you have it. From washing our hands to baking a cake, and even crying over an onion, chemistry is happening all around us, all the time. It's the invisible force that shapes our world in countless ways. Understanding these simple reactions can make everyday life a little more magical. Thanks for joining me on this chemical adventure. I hope you learned something new and exciting. If you enjoyed this video and want to explore more amazing science facts, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel. We have plenty more discoveries to share with you. See you in the next video.